Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone over and over again? Maybe it's an ex, a crush, or even someone you barely know. No matter what you do, they keep popping up in your mind, like an uninvited guest who refuses to leave. It's frustrating, confusing, and even a little unsettling. But what if I told you that this isn't just some random quirk of your brain? What if there's a deeper reason, one that reveals something profound about you? Carl Jung, one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, believed that when someone lingers in your thoughts, it's no accident, it's a message from your unconscious mind, trying to get your attention. Is it love, obsession, or could it be something even more mysterious, something deeply connected to who you are and who you could become? Today we're diving deep into Jung's most powerful theories: the shadow, the anima and animus, projection, and synchronicity. By the end of this, you might see that person in a completely new light, or even realize that it's not about them at all, it's about you. Jung once said, "Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakens." He believed that the human mind is like a vast labyrinth, filled with hidden passageways that lead to incredible self-discovery. But most of us never explore these hidden places. We stay on the surface, caught up in daily life, while our unconscious mind works tirelessly beneath it all. And when someone constantly appears in our thoughts, Jung believed that it's not just a random event, it's a signal from our unconscious, trying to tell us something important. Imagine your mind as an iceberg. The tip above the water represents everything you're aware of, your thoughts, feelings, and memories. But the massive, unseen portion beneath the surface, that's your unconscious mind, where your deepest fears, repressed desires, and unresolved emotions live. So when someone keeps resurfacing in your mind, it's often because they've triggered something buried deep in that unconscious realm. Maybe they remind you of an old wound. Maybe they represent something you wish you could be. According to Jung, these mental fixations are not accidents. They're reflections of your own mind. And understanding this could change everything. Meet your shadow, not the one on the sidewalk, but the hidden side of your psyche. Jung described the shadow as everything about yourself that you repress, deny, or ignore, because it doesn't fit the image you have of yourself. And here's where it gets fascinating. The people who stick in your mind may actually represent your shadow in disguise. Let's say you admire someone's confidence, but deep down, you struggle with self-doubt, or maybe you're drawn to their creativity, because you've neglected your own. On the flip side, someone might annoy you to no end, because they display traits you secretly possess but refuse to acknowledge, like arrogance, impulsiveness, or insecurity. Jung believed that our relationships with others are mirrors of our relationship with ourselves. When someone occupies your thoughts, they may be reflecting a part of your shadow that's begging for attention. But here's the key: instead of obsessing over why you're thinking about them, ask yourself, what part of me are they reflecting? And how can I grow from this? As Jung wisely said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Now, let's talk about two of Jung's most intriguing concepts: the anima and animus. These archetypes represent the feminine and masculine aspects of our psyche. The anima is the inner feminine in men, while the animus is the inner masculine in women. But don't get too caught up in gender. These are symbolic energies that exist within everyone. When someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, it may be because they resonate with your anima or animus. Maybe they align with your subconscious ideal of a partner. Or maybe they awaken parts of yourself that you've suppressed. But here's the tricky part. Sometimes, this isn't about them at all. Your mind may be projecting an idealized image onto them, seeing them not as they are, but as you want them to be. Understanding this can be a game changer. It shifts the focus from why am I obsessed with them, to what part of me are they awakening. Jung believed that a huge portion of what we think about others has nothing to do with them, and everything to do with us. This is called projection. Think of your mind as a movie projector. You take your thoughts, fears, and desires, and project them onto another person, making them the main character in a story that's really about you. For example, if you admire someone's ambition, it might be because you secretly wish you had more of it. Or if someone annoys you, it might be because they remind you of traits you don't want to acknowledge in yourself. Jung believed that catching these projections can lead to massive personal growth. Next time you find yourself obsessing over someone, good or bad, ask, what am I really seeing here? What does this say about me? Ever thought about someone, and then they suddenly text you? Or been fixated on someone, only to randomly bump into them? Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that aren't caused by direct actions, but by deep psychological connections. He believed that when your inner world and outer reality align in mysterious ways, it's a call to pay attention. It's not just a random event, it's an opportunity to learn. So next time you experience one of these strange coincidences, don't just shrug it off. Ask, why is this happening? What is my unconscious trying to show me? So, what can you do about this? Here are 3 powerful steps to decode what your mind is trying to tell you. Step 1. Reflect. Identify the emotions this person brings up. Admiration, frustration, longing? These emotions are the first clues. Step 2. Analyze. Ask yourself, what do they represent in me? Are they embodying a strength you lack, a fear you've ignored? Step 3. Act. Use these insights to grow. Maybe it's time to develop confidence, embrace creativity, or heal an old emotional wound. At the end of the day, when someone lives rent-free in your mind, it's not about them, it's about you. They are a symbol, an invitation to explore the depths of your unconscious and uncover parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. Because in the end, the people who linger in our thoughts are often the keys to our own growth. So take a deep breath, dive in, and discover what your mind has been trying to tell you all along.